So first, I was working on the student job website, and it was going okay, right? We were in this startup program. I think we had a few users. We had a couple companies paying us to post jobs, but by no means was it taking off. And I had this thing where I was kind of always looking for ways to make a little bit of money on the side, right? Broke college kid, always sort of looking out for opportunities. And there was a dive bar on campus at Brown that every Wednesday night they would have like college student night. And it was the bar on campus that, was very much ID optional. Like I saw girls get in with Pokemon cards. I think the college team were the bouncers.
I feel like every college has that. We had one at Carnegie Mellon too.
Yeah, 100%. So, it was obviously everybody's favorite. College football players were bouncers, so you could get right in. And I guess they forgot to pay the right people or something for Rhode Island. But one day it gets raided, right? Police come in. There's like half the bar is underage. They shut it down. And so this happened. And at time, Facebook was, the thing everybody was using. And I saw that every single kid was posting about the bar shutting down and alumni. And it was this huge sort of news moment on campus. And, the entrepreneur in me kicked in. And I said, hey, like, how can I make a little money from this? So very quickly, I put together a simple website. And the premise was, if I could get 400 people to order this Save the Bar t-shirt, it said Free Fishco, the bar was called Fishco, then I would go out, get those t-shirts screen printed and ship them out to people. And I put it up, I think I got it done in like 6 or 7 hours. It kind of looked like GoFundMe, which was the big thing at the time. And I put it out, and within 24 hours, I think we sold 1,000 shirts, and, I made a couple $1,000s, but that was, it was like 3 times what I had in my bank account.
But it seems like there's a big difference between, intentionally going in and saying, hey, we're going to start a new company. We're going to go through the accelerator. Like, what can we create that is going to work versus, oh, there's inspiration that is striking and we are just following that inspiration.
For sure. I stumbled into it, but immediately, I made more money from that one t-shirt probably in 24 hours than I think this company that the student job site that I had been working on for months had made lifetime. And so right away I was like, oh, whoa, there's something here. And I was also getting emails from different groups on campus, charities, clubs, etc., that were saying, hey, could you make me a website like that? I've got something that I want to sell. Can you do that for me? Right. And so right away I knew that there was something there because I had never had a project that made so much money so quickly and was so easy. But, the funny thing about that, and something we don't talk about that much, is I right away had the idea for what became Teespring. And I wrote it down. I wrote it in an email, and I sent it to a bunch of people. But this was 8 months before we graduated, and I was so committed on the student job site, I actually gave it to a couple of friends and said, here's this idea for a business. You run it. But then 8 months later, when the student job site was still struggling, and that group of friends hadn't done anything with the idea, I said, you know what? I'm taking it back. Evan and I are going to go after that instead. And the rest is history.
Yeah. And so the story of you guys, there's a video of you guys applying to Y Combinator, got into Y Combinator, and you continued kind of building it out as this platform